Hogwarts Legacy, Part 13. Don't know where I'm going to leave off because my game crashed last night. Did I do the race? Yes, I got second place. Right. Yeah. Alright, I was going to go back to Hogsmeade. Talk to this guy.
How's my favourite test flyer?
What's up, dog?
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an owl when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
Right, pull this up on my phone.
What are we looking for today?
Let's see, saw some crap.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Good for Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Just because you know.
Does that mean... I don't think I got the upgrade yet. No, still level 2. Okay. Map. West. You know what? I want to deliver this egg.
Only a hairy-hearted sod would cast Flipendo on a cow. Something threatens me. First thing I cast is Protego.
So we did Flipendo on a cow. Oh. See, I donated to this guy, now he's got an extra instrument.
Come now, don't be stingy. Very generous, thank you.
What's up, puppy?
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What's your grand
What was she
you?
sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in Plimpies.
Yeah, whatever that is.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
That was right. That's funny. Good job.
Well done. You certainly know what you were doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home?
Oh boy.
We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
Why not keep
I don't
the egg?
suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No. It belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
All right.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
Let's go. Actually, I need like a second because I gotta share my sheet.
Rebellion.
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Revelio. For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
Revelio. Bombarda.
Who's that? Wolf right out of his skin.
I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
Where are you, Smithy? Thought you were joining us in Borneo. I know you have your hopes about the fighting ring, but true galleons are in Acromantulas. You wouldn't believe how much Violet and I made a few days ago, not to mention Borneo's not half bad to look at. Anyway, we'll be moving soon. Egypt perhaps. It's such a relief not to be weighed down anymore. See you soon, Angus.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other.
I got a level. See, I don't use items that much. Actually, oh, they can curse each other. Oh, shit. I like that.
Revelio. There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
Reparo. Fantastic.
Revelio.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. Watch your step. Or just raring for a fight.
What the hell did you say? Oh, so that's a grapphorn.
Quiet, what was that?
Revelio.
Well, there's no going back.
Bites my goddamn head.
sure we know. Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest. Oh, not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me.
Oh, too funny.
I don't suppose you'd listen to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. Get to that opening below. Rebellion. If we can get to that entrance, we can get to the nest. Look! Underneath her! I think we're close. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here broken?
She probably broke every bridge.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Yeah, unharmed, but with shit in our pants. Somehow, she shit in our pants.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Huh. Is there something here?
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True, true. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
What the hell happened?
How could I have been...
What happened? How can we be so blind?
I'm truly awed by what we've accomplished. The final broom upgrade is better than even I expected. Stop by Spintwitches when you can.
What?
He'll see it was a mistake. Wait, me.
Oh, hello again. Couldn't have perfected the broom upgrades without your help. As always, I have a special prize for you.
God damn! 7,500?
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Historically speaking, there's never been a team like this year's Cannons.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
Okay, so I tried finding... a video on... Actually, I fixed my mic, so I want to see if that's too loud or not. Anyways, so I tried to find a video on the dragon, because that didn't make sense how she worded it. But what I think it is maybe they went after her Graham. That's why she hasn't been replying.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
See, that's what I thought.
Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating.
Exactly.
She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now. Much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Right? Becoming an animagus takes a lot.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate.
Yeah.
It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Because they're all dumb kids.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no.
Yes,
A
Animorphs.
person's animagus form is determined by their personality.
It reminds me of
is
that
convinced
book,
that my
yeah.
form is a gazelle because I adapt
Sure.
well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
See, I think it's funny. They don't let them do their animagus, learn it, but yet the school's super overprotective. Like Quidditch, their one sport, they cancel it because one person got hurt.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Now I wonder if I can go talk to her mom. Just imagine climbing up to class every day. Ugh. No. Alright. What do I got for other quests? I think I want to go save this guy's pet because I've waited way too long. Oh my, that'd be me. I would totally forget my books for class, and I'd have to climb down. Okay. What you got, bud?
See if there's something you need.
Oh, you had the cool broom. That's what it was. I need 7,500 to buy the new broom upgrade. So yeah, I'm selling everything.
That's been a pleasure. Oh, nothing like...
Whoop.
Ah, but a purse made of unicorn.
Tell us. Revelio.
Ooh.
It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts.
It's alright.
Revelio.
We just snuck around and got them all. Anything? No? Okay. Biscuit? Oh, I got a... Oh, I got it. Okay.
Alohomora.
Yeah.
Now then, which one of you is Biscuit? All right, Biscuit. Let's get you back to Garnoff, shall we?
I'm gonna catch them all and I'm gonna sell them. But I'm gonna sell them ethically.
Revelio. Ha. Ha. Everything's all right now. Ha. Revelio. Professor Howin will never believe this. Revelio.
I still have yet to find a rare animal.
Revelio.
So the difference between a rare and a regular one is when you highlight on next to it, it has like a little gold star
I'll look after you.
next to their name. Hold on. I think there's one of these guys left. If not, I'll...
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Ooh. Okay. So let's see if... See, Thestral shows that they're male. That one! It's got silver next to it or whatever. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that means it's rare or what. Yes!
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Let's see. Inventory. Thestral. Yes, it has a... I think so. Let me double check. I'm gonna ask my buddy real quick. I think that's what that means. I thought it was a gold one, but now it's showing it's gold. Just caught on stream. Alright. I asked my buddy. I have no clue. If so, then I'm gonna go gear, flying mounts.
Revelio. Everything's all right now. Revelio.
Thank you. You're a good catch. What are you? Ancestral, giant purple. You know what? Just out of sake of finding some rares. Feeling lucky. So, is it like a shiny, or I don't? What are you? Sorry, bud.
There.
I'm just gonna Google it real quick. Hogwarts Legacy. Shiny beasts. Okay, I guess we're playing Pokemon now. Beasts with stars are rare, a shiny variants that are of a different color. Finding them will be an endgame challenge for players. Alright, so I think I caught 2 of them so I can see if there's a difference. Alright, well, we'll have to find out at...
I'll look after you.
Right? That's exactly what they're making it seem like. Requirement. Hey, the beast. Okay, so I have to upgrade more gear so I can get Ancient Magic 3, which I guess that's supposed to be really good. I have to breed more mass. Alright, I'm gonna figure out what's at this place here real quick.
Revelio.
Oh, it's one of those duel arenas.
Revelio. Revelio.
Ooh. I wonder if I get anything for doing those.
Revelio.
Antique horn. This oddly shaped horn was used centuries ago by a Muggle boatman to keep monsters in the water at bay as travelers crossed by boat. Of course, it did no such thing, as no magical water beast would be repelled by a horn. More likely, the boatman was simply lucky until he wasn't. Okay. Alright, what do I got for couch? I should talk to Poppy, see why she left abruptly. Yes, we should, because that left me very confused. Why? Okay. That's exactly what I said.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are.
There
you were
you
in such a
are.
state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
So yeah, those basically are just shinies.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Hey, that was one of the questions on that quiz that chick gave me. So if I would have waited, am I going to learn all this stuff through there?
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Oh man.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
Right.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the
Oh my
Snidgets.
God.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us. Who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Alright, I stopped paying attention for like 2 seconds, so we went from talking about she can't protect them to centaurs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll
Yeah,
need to be
fuck it,
careful
let's
in
go.
how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Yeah, okay. Couldn't have just told me this. Oh, I saved that guy's friggin' thing, but I didn't even return him. Horrible. Yeah, I'm not flying Hogsmeade. Ba-da-ba, 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 ba-da.
Fat biscuit.
I thought you said you're fat biscuit. Show me that fat biscuit, girl.
Garneth, I've rescued Biscuit.
You have? Oh, is she hurt? Was she frightened? Are you all right?
Biscuit is fine, as am I. I was able to rescue her without much incident.
Oh, mercy. Where poachers are concerned, I tend to expect the worst. I cannot wait to get her home. I so miss seeing her dance in the evenings. Such joy.
I'm glad she's safe now. I'm sure she'll be happy to go home.
Oh, that is a great weight off my mind. Oh, my sweet little biscuit, my wise, noble moon calf. And here is your reward, of course. Well deserved. As I said before, you have restored my faith in wizard kind. You've restored at least a modicum of my faith in wizard kind. Biscuit and I can't thank you enough.
You know what they do to prisoners in Azkaban? How can they allow people to be trapped with Dementors? Diggory got a cemetery built on the island, as if that's enough justice for all those that died in those conditions.
The tales of Beetle the Bard still ring true today.
I miss the old Quidditch goalposts.
House elves are Wizardkind's best friends. Always have been.
Sorry if there's a smell. New batch of toad hide. You could never go wrong with those. Good choice, I'd say. I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
Thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Thinks you should be proud of all the... of all the potions you've brewed.
Professor Howin will never believe this. Lumos.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Revelio.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
I've been muted.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No! Never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Eric. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
What a dick.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
It's like the size of a fucking
He could have been a bit
car.
clearer, or stayed a moment and answered our questions.
Centaurs can be cryptic. Gran says no one talks more in circles than a centaur. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
I hate how she tells me this. I'm gonna like walk away and then she's gonna call me and be like, oh, hey, yo, we can do this now. GTA logic. I like doing these talk ones. I have a feeling that it might help me at the end. Have like more people.
You've got good plan.
Like maybe there's a big fight at the end and I have friends help. Because the power of friendship is magic.
Revelio.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Yeah, dude. Dude.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Sounds good.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Sorry, I was explaining to my friend about yesterday how I did the ps5 quest of buying a store. It's the one that the ps5 gets early. Okay, well I guess I have to... Goddamn door! Thank you.
Mrs. Rabe should be near...
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Eseehchcner is paying the price.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No. I'm worried sick about Eseehchcner, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Eseehchcner's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Eseehchcner's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Tell the bank.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
I'm already in danger. Mrs. Rabe, we do hope you will reconsider helping us with our banking needs. Okay.
Some evidence
exactly what she said.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Because he's part of it.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop.
Voldemort?
I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Ooh, ghost. I've never seen a ghost come through town. Ooh.
Fabulous Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Aloha Mora.
I want to break into a space though. There's a level 3 there.
Revelio.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
What? Okay, invisible wall. I just... Use a broom. Ooh.
Ah, there you are. Let's go! It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Bum bum bum.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio.
I just came from here.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
I like how footprints are a thing, I guess. Only in like 2 missions. Hey, somebody was just taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio. A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be able to come in here alone.
What? I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll turn on us first chance he gets.
Has your brain been... Rookwood will reward us for our loyalty, don't you fret.
Hey. Not my fault.
Revelio.
Fine print, and I had to break a few bones.
Let's finish this job and be done.
I wouldn't go back to pit upon Ford if they was giving out games.
Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there.
There'll be nothing but trouble.
About time we locked her up. I've used unfit...
Hey.
Feldcroft was extraordinarily dull. No one puts up a good fight anymore.
I could use a fire whiskey right now.
Revelio.
Oi.
It's one thing to secure allegiance with one who has something to offer. A grasp.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend, if they're daft enough to try to come through here.
When we're done here, I'm going straight to the Hog's Head. Or perhaps I'll just go now.
What? Well, if you weren't so forgetful.
Oh, I fancy it's time we found a new unsuspecting trader around these parts, don't you? hamlets don't stand a chance against us.
Oi. We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. You want to talk of romance? Last time I saw you with a...
My loyalty's to Rookwood and no one else.
The girl...
Revelio dies when he sees what I'm capable of. I used to be stationed near Irondale with Selwyn. Rookwood will lead us. You mark my words.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay,
Man becomes who he surrounds himself with. Meet a thief, become a thief. Meet a fool, become a fool.
I can't see shit.
My thinking
I can turn my
is
light
that
off.
we should be more prudent as to the kind of persons we allow into our frat.
Wow, that's some like philosophy shit. Alright, I gotta go grab a drink real quick. Be right back. Not only did I grab a drink, but I grabbed some leftover pot roast. Because that shit's so good. Challenges. Combat. Ooh. Vertigo shielding.
We may be working with the goblins for now, but soon they'll be answering to us.
What was that sound?
Rookwood will reward us for our loyalty, don't you, Fred?
Revelia.
Standing here all day waiting to do Rookwood's work for him. He can fight his own tone.
Rockburrow's always.
I hear you, whoever you are. No more happy days for you. Pay for your
Well, I wanted to sneak around and get them all.
Revelia.
But that weren't happening, I guess. That one guy, you're as dear as Augury, whose voice foretells the coming.
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Robbie's mother's blonde. Found their sex slave.
Revelia.
My darling Otto, I have read your last. Oh yeah, this is a letter from a trip.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie.
They are
He
totally
wanted
love
me
each
to
other.
destroy this if I found it.
No, I want to give it back to him. That's cute.
Revelia.
Natty, I killed everybody.
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Look for Mr. Rick over here. I need your help.
Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you alright?
I am alright.
He looks like a child, but
Thank
the
you for
woman
coming.
is like...
These locks are cursed.
Okay.
And there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
He can feel it.
Your friend Natty
Doing
was not
magic in
invisible.
their mind.
It must be blocked by something.
Bombarda! Expelliarmus!
No, I want...
Incendio! Revelio. Mr. Abe's wand could be in there.
Hello?
Mr. Abe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back.
I get a feeling... he's a bad guy.
Mr. Abe,
I don't know.
I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
You mean the ones I already like?
Revelio.
Took care of?
And put an end to Harlow
yeah,
once and
I already
for
took
all.
care of all them.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this.
Yeah, well, I found the proof, so
Natsai,
suck
you
it.
may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Oh, you know what I just noticed? As much as I don't care what my outfit looks like, I do like... Ow. This. Because whenever I do a spell... It glows. What's up, bro? Me dancing. Now he's got 3, and next time I see him, he should have 4. Quests. Oh, I hit quests. Wait. How much money? Ugh, not even enough. Okay, main quest. Let's go. Main quest. Everybody stay. Don't leave. Screw it. Oh wow, I haven't been back to the school since when it was fall. I don't know where I'm going. Hey, excuse me? Would you try to punk me? Oh, we could have teleported to the map chamber room. What the hell? Well.
Welcome back. Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Let's just wander out.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Let's head to his office. Do I want to run there, or do I want to... Come on. Thank you. For you. You know, I'd love to help. I'd also love to move a little bit forward in the quest.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Am I done liking? Ooh, I thought I got them all.
Guys.
Oh, there is still some left. All right, let's speak to him. What about...
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone.
I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
I'm a changed man.
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
I like the serious music, like, it's the music that plays when he...
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp, places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
It's a potion to keep it up.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student? Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
They should totally have... I had to say that as a video.
What could the headmaster want?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago. Muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? Sir,
That's hilarious.
I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Andy's got a diary. What a loser.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Mr.
He's gonna
Gaunt,
know.
Where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you, I am quite
He's gonna
healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Something is...
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I have a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
Sorry, I'm cleaning my glasses real quick. I can't see a damn thing. Like when you clean your glasses and you smudge them worse than they already were. Punk.
What can we do to deserve him?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
What are we doing, children? Wrong way.
Professor Howard's going to quiz us on rare water beasts next week. Can't wait.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
Professor,
Oh, no.
I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. Well, you cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Oh, great.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no doubt in Scrope's mind.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you. The Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio. 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 Elohomora. Revelio. 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 Elohomora. Revelio. 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 The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Toujours pure. Revelio. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
Sleeping portraits. Not all headmasters and mistresses enjoy reliving the day-to-day challenges of running a school of witchcraft and magistry. Some prefer to enjoy a well-earned nap when possible.
Alohomora.
Dear Phineas, the children have been asking about your return. Elvina, in particular, chooses to do so each day at breakfast and is engulfed in silic when I remind her that you are ensuring the quality of her future education. Sirius and Phineas really send me an owl, although when they do, they never mention you. I'm certain they're proud of you and all that you're doing at Hogwarts. Having one's father as headmaster is a tremendous honor. Merlin helped me. Cygnus is now crawling and follows Arcturus about like an unwelcome shadow. Arcturus is begging for an invisibility potion, and frankly, I can't blame him. I'd be tempted to brew one if it weren't for the eternal sniveling that Cygnus would regale me with. Perhaps we shall see you during the next school holiday, but please don't feel obligations if you can manage.
Revelio.
Elf made ivory gloves.
Eseehchcnerf. Revelio. Eseehchcnerf. Revelio.
Room with a view. Reach the highest point in the castle, the headmaster's upper study. A rare trophy, 16.3%. Professor Black, regarding your letter dated to the 20th of September, I shall not reconsider the admissions process to Hogwarts. Regards, Ferris, his favorite Minister of Magic.
Revelio.
Hey, maybe that's that key to the door. It kind of looks like the symbols on it. The Sorting Hat. This enchanted hat was created by the 4 founders of Hogwarts as the means by which students would be placed into one of the 4 schools. Skilled at legitimacy, the Sorting Hat can see into the wearer's head, allowing it to determine their thoughts and abilities. And also, the head person, the founder of Gryffindor, used the Gryffindor sword and that when he fought in battle. Damn it. Alright, well, somebody remind me to check that door later.
Revelio.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been on the headmaster's nose all this time?
Come on. Come on. Receipt. Hair tonic, mustache wax, Undium pomade.
Revelio.
Can I not? Whatever.
That must be the pedestal.
Oh shit. Port key.
Where am I? Professor
Or
Fitzgerald.
no.
Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Oh, it's that story, the Deathly Hollows.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free of...
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead. A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. Best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them. Nothing this way but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. Now's my chance. That's the way forward. I'm invisible.
Oh.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Yeah, but my head isn't covered by the... I can see my cloak on the back
This
of
is
my...
the way forward. Finally.
Oh, I wonder if I... Nope, can't go into gear.
Now, where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
But I like my wand. I know it's the...
I've never felt such power. Revelio. Descendo. Revelio. Revelio. Bombard. Revelio.
speed run. Did I do it? Did I clear the objective?
A simple stone. This must be for me.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
She's gone. Neve's dead.
Dear sweet Neve.
Neve, why? We won't be the same without her.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
I gotta leave in like 10
But there's no
minutes.
light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
So they don't want me to kill that girl.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my
Powering
father.
pain? Harnessing pain?
Imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
I like that little cloak boner at the end.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is,
buddy.
and I have.
But you are so...
Young. I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was, and she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
The Hollowed Hero. 35% trophies? Oh, almost all these trophies are rare. Alright. That's where I will call it. Before the game crashes on me. Alright guys. You have a good night. I should be back on later. If not, I'll stream more tomorrow. Bye.